This is lesson 6. We are in fairly good shape on the ground floor. We don't really have a drawing for the windows for the School Street and this alleyway facade here, but we know them from the photographs that we have to be about half the width. That is, two of them fit inside the width of these openings along the side here. So if we look at that elevation, you can see that the windows are two gang within the space occupied by this curtain. Same is the case here. Right, so we have these openings, which are the openings here, and then double windows within that. So if you model one of them, you can pretty much do the entire floor. I don't know where I just went. That's okay. So let's see what we can do about that. Well, we know this is the old level. This is L3 old, right? At that point, L3, L4, L5, L6, L7, L8. It's got to fit within the height of the floor-to-floor space, and there's probably a significant sill. I'm going to guess 3 feet. So let's measure what we have so far for the width of the windows. We have 9 feet there. So we're gonna say 2 4-foot windows with the foot in between. So let's go to level 2. Levels. Let's see. Level 3 old. And I'm gonna want to see below. I'm gonna want to change the underlay to see below to level 2 old. Level 1, we can't see the windows, so we'll change to wire frame and we'll get a measurement. We should be able to snap to that curtain. I can't. Okay, so we'll draw a couple of annotation lines. perpendicular, and one there. And that, so it should not surprise us that the distance between those two lines is 9 feet. I'm placing 2 windows. Oh, and let's measure. Let's place a couple annotation lines across the detail lines at the front. And measure there. Let's measure between these 2 columns, if we can get it on 13.5. Remember, the spacing of the columns we got straight from the drawing. It's really unusual that we should be off by 2 inches, but it could be that we just didn't quite intersect that grid line where we were supposed to. So that window interval has to fit in between there. All right. Let's go to Windows and let's make a guess. The window's got to be 48 inches wide, so 36 by 48 isn't going to do it. We don't. It's not going to be a casement window, not in that building. So let's duplicate this window and make one that we think. Remember, it's 11.4, I think, to floor height. So let's duplicate a window and make this one 48 wide by 72 height. So the height is 6 feet. The sill, we'll leave it 3. The width is going to be 4. And place it. Now these are brick. It's a brick facade, so the sill, the bulk of the sill is generally on the inside, right? Light wood construction. If this were a house on the Merrimack River in New Hampshire, it would have a different condition for the sill. Let's go look at the elevation again. Could be, right? So the job becomes easier when you, so I'm not going to place them individually anymore, but I would take these two. We wouldn't have wood frames around them like you see right now. We'll change that type and modify all that. The idea is that we basically want to get the facade condition, the exposure to light. It isn't important exactly what opening that is. Let's make it a group and call it to gang windows. And I'm going to say that's identical all the way around. So that array, this was 9 that way. So I arrayed in this direction. I think it'd be easier to do it from L3. Just go from the end point. What is it? 9 and 2 or 1? Let's see what 9 gives us. 9 feet. I don't remember what this was. 4. Go to different view. No, it's got to be much more than that. 8. It might be right. So we'll have to fix the first 2. We'll have to pin that model group. Can we do that? I think so. And then six. Maybe it's 9. Yeah. No. 1, 2. 8. Sorry about that. This. 7.5. No, it's more than that. Seven, 10 will have to be close enough. So I'm guessing there's a little bit of inaccuracy along when we annotated with lines, we might have created some. Okay, so I can take all instances of this group, copy to the clipboard, and when I paste a line to selected levels, remember I drew them on L3 old, so I want these on 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We need them So with a little bit of planning, you can get a lot of that done. Now we need to just establish the same interval rhythm along School Street. So let's go back to L3. I'm going to take an instance of the model group and see if I can, yeah. So it'll, and you can see it just barely fits in there. I'm going to paste each one because I want to see that it fits. Why am I doing this as a model group? Because if I need to modify it, I want to modify all instances of it. So you need to sort of understand where you are spatially when you're doing this, and that's what I did there. Something's missing there, right? What happens? I'm back down that alley. Come back. The windows continued. Let's count them. Keep going down there. Oh, I'm just missing them in here. I still have them on the clipboard, so you go here. Naturally, over the doors below, right? And then there's nothing there. So if I'm satisfied with that result, I'm going to take these instances of that model group, copy those to the clipboard, and paste those to levels L4 through L8. Is that right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, L3, L4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I missed one floor. I think might have missed one floor. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I inadvertently added one floor, which that's our building so far. In the next lesson, we'll look at plans sections, generating different views. We haven't done any vertical circulation stairs and that sort of thing yet. We'll decide about that when we decide where it is that we're intervening. It'll be important to locate means of egress.